Okay. Hello, everybody. I am just going to refresh this. And I'm just going to find the video on YouTube. Oh, there it is. Look at that. How efficient is that? I'm going to type a comment. Hello, everyone. Still doing the streaming to YouTube and the group. Hello, Robin. How are you? Long time no see. Did see Robin earlier today. And yes, Robin has the same surname. She's married to Quentin's uncle. So, poor thing. She actually, well, I'm married into the Redshaws as well. But oh well. But I've been married into the Redshaws for a really long time. I've been a Redshaw longer than I was a Walls. Rightio. So yesterday with our kit, we made this and we used one of the new creative builders. We only have one available so far. I have restocked them because yesterday we sold out. They have had a restock. I've done a little bit of fussy cutting. It's a pity it's not like red, the crab. Because that was the symbol of the primary school I went to. So yeah, we're going to make a page tonight, and I'm pretty sure we're making a double because we've got 3 pieces of white. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we've got these. What are we going to do? I don't know. But I'm going to show you something. Hello, Sandy and Trish and Sandra. How are you all? So I'm going to show you. So one of my lovely customers, Trudy, came in today. And I wanted to show you how Quentin's let things pop up in the way. Oh, hello, Dee. Dee's over on YouTube. Hello, Desley. How are you? Oh, Desley. Quentin's going to talk to you later. Were you trying to get into the Zoom today? Because the Zoom was yesterday. And there's a Zoom tomorrow. That's for virtual retreat this weekend. Hello, Ronnie. How are you? Hope your day was good. So one of my beautiful customers, and I've got lots of beautiful customers, but Trudy buys a lot of cards from us. And she needs 4 baptism cards for this weekend for beautiful little people in her family. So I said, I'll make those. So this is what I do. So I've sort of got a prototypey one, but I've got to put my writing on here and a couple of other things. So I go through and I've bought a pack of the A4 white linen embossed because it's just beautiful. She wants God is love on there, and I've been mucking around with a stamp, but that's not going well. And then what I've done is I've rated my scrap box, and I've got lilac, blue, this sea foamy colour. This is the Minte apple season. Got a bit of this green. This is from Scrap and Me. This is Dreamland. And then I've got another one of this one. So I'm making 6. So what I do is I cut my card base, which is 6x8. And then I bought a couple of pieces of silver cards. So I've cut my silver piece, and then I've got my white from my scrap, and then this is from my scrap box. So they'll all be sort of the same, like this. And then I've cut my crosses ready, but I've kept this to punch some little flowers or die cut some little flowers. So I'm thinking a little swirly thing here and here, or some little leaves, and maybe a little silver cross there and some little leaves. But I do it production line. I haven't cut the pieces ready for my circles, but you can see how I cut it out of the paper. But I thought I might show you that that's how I make. When I've got to make a heap of cards, I get my production line on. So I've got this bit still to make some little flowers, and then I've got these leftover bits from matting that, the inner bit, and this came from the center of this piece. So I definitely don't waste. Now, I know we've got lots and lots of you that have arrived to our group and probably won't comment for a while. So it's going to go like this on my card, right? I just wanted to show you, because we don't always make this kind of card in our card class. It's going to go like this, right? This one's whole, but these two have the middle cut out. And that's how I fill this cross, and I get the silver mat for the cross. So don't waste. But I just thought, because we've got so many, Quentin's been sharing a few of our class results and what we've been doing in the group here, in what I've been doing in the group here in classes, in a beginners scrapbooking group, a worldwide beginners group. And we've got a lot of new beginners and people returning to scrapbooking after a long time away, or coming to scrapbooking like from a place of a restricted scrapbooking system. And then they go like that, and that's hidden. And then this is what we'll fill this cross with. This is what we'll do the mat with. And then we'll make this little cross out of that as well. Okay, so I thought I would show you that. And I just keep it all like that. And let's go like that. And I do just keep it together. So instead of doing a bit more reorganizing in the studio here this afternoon, at home, I did that, amongst other things. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that, because I do know we've got a lot of beginner people coming, and I do get asked a lot on how to make scrapbooking more budget friendly, and the best way is to cut the innards out of things. So hello Jason, I hope you're feeling better. Much better, I hope. Hello Di and Tanya. Yes, told me it was yesterday. Oh, we got one tomorrow at 5, a Zoom tomorrow at 5, Desley, for the virtual retreat. So we'll have practice tomorrow. We'll make sure we definitely get you in there if you're available. Hello Marge and Liz. Hello Lee and Mary. Hello Deborah. Hello Beryl. And Deborah has asked how Jace is. Rightio. So we've got all these bits. Let's get rid of our tag. Let's put it over here to the side, which is kind of clean-ish. Over there is kind of cleanish. So we're making a double page. This is the fussy cutting I've still got to go, which is a little bit, just a tinchy bit. So let's get 2 pieces of, this is our white linen embossed. So got a mark on here. No, not going to come on. Let's swap it here. So let's make sure we're using the same side. This is exactly the same on both sides, but one side's got more of a rounded edge. And I'm using the back of my Kiki K 2020 family calendar, because I like to repurpose things. And we didn't really do much in the calendar because, you know, October arrived and we still had it on March and we hadn't, you know, done much more. We'd even gone past, you know, there was an appointment in there for remembering. We started 2020 with a 5-year-old, so who turned 6 during the year. So remembering that we've got a small child in the house, so on our family calendar is always when we have to buy worm chocolates next, because that's an important thing when you've got a young child doing prep, especially prep, because there's a sandpit at prep. Now I've gone over the edge here. I'm just going to trim that. Rightio. So I've band-aided that. Day and night fluid tablets and heaps of water. Yep, you've got to keep your fluids up, Jason. You've really got to keep your fluids up. So much better today. That's good. Yes, we did have a good day, Marie. 3 pages of fussy cutting, Jason. Geez, you're on fire. Hello, Pam. How are you? So we got a wonderful word. And we got this piece. And 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 we'll leave the fussy cutting over there. This is nice, but it's not working with our colour tones. Maybe it kind of works with this. So we're doing a double. We might bring these 2 in. Let's leave them there for mats maybe. And that frame we'll use as strips, I think. Look at how wonderful there. Let's look at how we can get this on the page. Let's try and get something across the page. What if we take this piece of paper number 5? I tested a pen on that. And let's trim. Let's trim it this way so that to 12 inches, so it fits in my guillotine the other way. Let's trim it to 12 inches this way, but let's cut off from this end so that our scrap piece is 2 different prints. So it's not just barcode, it's 2 different prints. I want to keep a bit of this beautiful royally blue here. So 12 inches. And then we're going to turn it and let's cut it at 6 inches. Let's cut it in half. Let's get rid of the guillotine. And then let's do this. Quentin has learned a very valuable lesson this evening. Oh, okay. So, not the most accurate creature on the planet. So let's line these up and trim them together, just to get them perfect in the center. So we'll line this up. Yeah, I am that person that likes things to be just right. Let's just line that up. Here we go. I love my locker chocolate. If you cut at the end where they're the same, they're the same. No, still different. Who knows? What are you doing, Elisa? Got something crooked. I want them to be identical. And it helps if I get them together. Oh. See, now I see what the problem is here. I've kind of put it in crooked to start with. So that's straight. Doesn't matter out at the end. Just want these 2 ends to be the same. That's better. Right, now that I've, done that, that makes good bird's nest, by the way. Rightio. So, this is quite dark here and here, isn't it, compared. you know, we could do that. Let's do that. So let's snip. So this is the other piece, the piece of paper 5. This is the frame. So let's just snip the frame off. So we've got it running. We're going up the sides here. So we've got 2 bits running that way. And let's, along this torn edge, let's just tear a tiny bit off. If you're not up for tearing, just use crinkle edge scissors, use an edge distressor, something like that.
Cheryl's got problems with her internet.
Sorry?
Cheryl's got some problems with her internet.
Oh, that's no good. Someone was saying there were storms around again. I don't know.
Not for us. There you go. Yes, I've learnt that if I send people messenger messages in Facebook or through Messenger.
If you are not friends with the person you send a messenger message to, they may most likely not get it unless they're looking for people that send them messages or looking for a message from you. Or you've previously sent them a message or they've previously sent you a message. You can't just send someone a message.
Sending people messages and they haven't been good.
So we had a young man that was getting mail sent here. He gave the wrong address to the tax office or some government organisation. It's something federal government-ish. I assumed it was tax office. And I have sent him a message on several occasions that his mail is coming to us. I don't think he wants government mail, to be honest. I probably wouldn't. That's weird, but different. And he's not answering because he's not getting my messages. Lots of scrappy bits. Quentin accidentally in our unboxing yesterday clicked on something on the phone and he's got this whole message about StreamYard and what it can do for your videos on the screen. He is a technological Quamby. And you know what? Quamby and Quentin start with a Q.
I was considering, doing some talks called Techie Talks.
Yep. Took any histamines to help the nose run at work. Oh, that's a good idea. Jason has, I will take a selfie for a treat and I will join the Zoom. That's awesome. Jason has COVID, Sandra. Unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
Fussy cutting done for a treat this weekend. Awesome, Trish. Did everyone else get their kits today?
Deborah is the only one waiting.
Hello. Internet in and out tonight. We'll catch up later if it gets too bad. Okay, Cheryl. That's not good. Hey, Q, did you get my message today? What was the message?
Oh, no, I have to check out the class.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Jason.
I was strapped
just
with the camera
depth
guys
that varies. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Hello, Kathy. Semi-parked over the road and the whirring is driving me crazy. Oh, Pam, what's it doing parking over the road for? And Sandra sent get well wishes to Jace. No, Lee didn't get her kit today. I don't know if Lee's doing the retreat, is she?
Lee's not doing this retreat.
I don't think you're doing the retreat, Lee.
Lee's not doing the retreat. Let me triple check that.
I don't think so. Okay. So what else are we going to do here? Now you've got me baffled, Lee.
All good. I'm just double checking it.
Rightio. Let's have a look at our fussy cutting. I love this dolphin. Mr. Crab. And another dolphin. I hope I haven't done a page like this before.
No, I'm not, says Lee. Oh, good on you, Lee.
Geez, you had me going there, love. I love these starfish.
Is that like what I was going to do to poor Jodie Stone and put up a Facebook post saying, found this dog, does anyone know who the owner is? Because she's got someone pet sitting a dog.
Don't you dare. Jodie will be watching this. Now she knows you're horrible. She already knew you're horrible. Oh, slay button.
Sorry, buddy, I'd never do that to you. Buddy's the dog.
Poor little Buddy. I bet your Buddy's missing his. Go away, bug. You know we're in central Queensland. There's bugs everywhere. I've got 5 starfish, and that's going to do me.
Don't you be losing one of those.
I just don't know about this guy. I could make a fishing line. Look, I could make a fishing line out of me curly bits from me cutting the edges off my paper. Couldn't I?
That's getting close to quilling, maybe.
No, it isn't.
It's got to cut them 6 more thick and roll them up.
You're my husband.
There is a revamp on quilling, I've decided, because I have people.
I have decided. He has decided there's a quilling revamp, peeps.
People are asking for quilling stuff regularly.
I don't know. I think I like this one, not that one. I don't know, but I like this one. Okay. So we've got these 2 bits. And I'm thinking we could double mat our photos. But we've got to get our econo scrapper on. We've got to be economy scrapping here. Because if we economy scrapbook, we can get 6 photo mats out of this and this. But if we just take a photo and mat the photos, we're only going to get 3 double mats out of these. So we want to get 6, not 3. So let me find my packet of black. Oh, can I have a couple of bits of black from on the table? Because those other bits of black, they're not on the table anymore, are they?
It's a long way to walk.
Oh, my God.
We've turned your desk 90 degrees.
That's okay, Dee. Yep, we have. Wouldn't you cut out from behind the coloured paper to use the white for the mats? Oh, yes, Sandra, we're going to do something with that. Kitty's sitting on my lap tonight. She has made herself very comfortable. Yes, Sandra, we are definitely going to be cutting out, but we might do something else with that. We might just be really tricky.
There's 3 bits there.
3 bits there. I don't need 3 bits. I'm not doing that many photos. Yeah, it is
Paper
very
save
safe.
the base, yes.
Paper save the base. Yes, we're going to paper save the base. So we're going to do 6 photos, and we're going to cut down 4x6 photos to make our photo maps. Rightio. So let's get this piece of paper number 2. And let's cut 6 4x6 pieces. So I've got 6 inches here. Making sure I actually cut it straight this time. Deary me. Who brung me? I'm a bit distraught, actually. My son has shaved his beard off. No, Noah doesn't. Noah has to shave his beard off to go back to school. He grows his while he's on school holidays. But my son has shaved his beard off. He has done it for treat. He's having a special treatment on his jaw, and the treatment would actually melt his beard if he hadn't shaved it off. And he got it done today. He didn't do it himself because he ended up with an awful rash last time he had to remove his beard himself. So he went and had it professionally done because it was quite a beard. It was quite an effort. So these are 4x6. Let's just make it nice and easy. And let's make the next ones 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/4. So we'll cut the 5 3/4 first so that we get the maximum scratch. So 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. And we are definitely going to be cutting out from behind our strips of paper on our page, but I'm thinking we might do something else with that. Might try and do something else. So once again, we've got 5 3/4. And it's all inches. I know we're in Australia, but it's all inches by 3 3/4. And going back to our discussion earlier that we've got a lot of beginner scrapbookers or people returning to scrapbooking after doing restrictive scrapbooking with a particular brand, or I'm not naming any brands or anything, but because there's millions of different brands out there, or they haven't been scrapbooking for a really, really long time. The best thing you can do is economize and try not to overload your albums with thickness.
6 of those as well. Double that.
Yep. So they were 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Yep. So then our photographs are going to be 5.5 inches, and this is fakey photos. So I have not printed many photos in the last year and a bit by 3.5. Then we're going to make 6 of those. This cardstock is left from an art project. It was meant to be stuck behind the laser engraved letters. So Naomi John, for one of her final art pieces last year at uni, did 5.5 by 3.5. So she made her own paper from all sorts of paper she got from everywhere, including Milton's office, and who's her brother. And she laser engraved it with letters that soldiers wrote home to their families while they were staying at the barracks that was used as the art gallery. And then she was going to back it with this on the window so the light didn't come through, but she did a test and it was the light coming through was awesome because you could see it, see the thinness of the paper, and you could see more detail. So she backed 2 together and it was really awesome, and then stuck them to the window. And because she had a big bank of windows she was covering. So yeah, it was beautiful, actually. So the black card had already been cut, and yeah, Mummy ended up with that.
It wasn't cut very straight.
No, her and her brother cut it late at night. I don't know if there was. Well, she doesn't drink alcohol. He doesn't drink much either. I definitely think there was too much coffee or chocolate involved. Definitely would have been chocolate involved. Those two. Okay. So let's go. We've got 4 to go. We're getting 6 photos on a double page.
What week are we in right now? Week 13 or something?
14. He doesn't even know what week it is.
Oh, yeah,
Dodgy Quentin. Who run you? Fortunately, me.
Yes. Just put up a link for the kit in case someone is watching and they'd like to buy the kit.
This is the Islands collection. Oh, I don't know how we're going to go. See, putting stuff on there first and then committing to that squeaking sound isn't the windmill out the front, because we've taken the top off the windmill in the front yard. That is Amelia's rocking horse. Well, it's everybody's rocking horse. It was Milton's first.
Beth is loving the Islands collection.
I had another. See, oh. Let's tie a bow with this sometime. Let's just do the indication that it's going to be a bow there. What do we think? And then maybe some journaling here. Rightio. So let's cut behind. So hacker alert, I'm going to cut the middle out of all my photo mats because there's no point wasting it. Don't just, I saw someone the other day make a page and they just stuck two pieces of full 12 by 12 pieces together. Like, well, one was probably like 11 and a half or 11 inches by 11 inches, and they just whacked it straight on the whole piece. I'm like, oh, no.
Makes the page very heavy.
Makes your albums and your pages very heavy. Gotta cut the innards out of things. Gotta feed the scrap box. You want your scrap box to bless you with good bits and pieces. So those cards I showed you earlier, that coloured pattern paper is all from my scraps. And the other week, when we did Scrapbox week, that was just scraps from a couple of months of scrapbooking.
When we reported to Facebook for bad language, it's because the subtitles got to gut the innards out of things, not cut.
Well, I didn't say gut, I said cut. Thank you. I said you've got to cut out the innards, not gut the innards. There we go. It muted me for a moment. We all right? Beautiful. Hello, Faina. Faina's watching on YouTube as well with D. And Quentin's there too. Quentin's everywhere. Quentin's like the plague, I could say. That's what we usually say. He's everywhere. He's like the plague.
Really?
Although I have to admit, he cooked a pretty good dinner tonight. We had pumpkin and bacon risotto. Pretty flash one risotto. It was awesome.
You still have 12 pumpkins.
Best thing you can do is perfect how to make risotto and then teach your husband to make it for you. So you got to perfect a recipe, ladies. And gents, and then you get your spouse, then you teach your spouse how to make that perfected recipe, and then you never have to cook it again, and you get to eat the yummy stuff.
I want a refund on that washing up deal then.
No, you made the deal. We made a deal when we were teenagers, when we moved in together, that because he couldn't cook, and he wanted to be a chef. But his dad made a very unsavory comment about male chefs, which I am not repeating because he was not very nice at all. So he joined the army and became a diesel fitter. So at 15 he did that. And we made a deal when we moved in together as teenagers that I would cook and he would wash up because his cooking just involved spaghetti jaffles or sausages.
Or I could buy a chicken from the deli.
Or you could buy a cooked chook from Woolies. There did come a point when Quentin and Vinny couldn't eat cooked chooks because I actually suggested cooked chook and salad once for dinner, and the boys go, "Oh no, we've been living on cooked chooks while you've been back at uni, so no." Before we moved in together, I was at uni in Rocky for 6 months.
That's what it is.
The boys lived at the Gap with someone else, but we won't mention.
Yeah.
No. So, look at all this. Look. Look at all this. Look at all these pieces. Look at that weight. We just alleviated. Big words. Okay. Go away, bug. It's an ant. Oh, I don't like bugs. Can I have that bread and butter plate I usually use, please?
Yeah.
I have bread and butter plate I like. It's like What's the matter? You only cook chalks.
No.
Where are we? Oh, let me know. Oh, this collection. Yep. So am I, Beth. Freaked out when I first seen you cut the insides out. It's okay, Desley. He's copying it tonight. No, he cooked a good dinner. And when he ran into Woolies Wasabi to get milk, because the kids here still drink a lot of milk. The other two kids are allergic to milk now, intolerant to dairy. He did pick up ice cream for the kids for dessert. Enough left to make a patchwork layout. I do, Marie. I definitely have enough to make a patchwork layout. Look at that. Could definitely get enough squares for a whole layout. Because let's just line just these pieces up.
The time change says die. Oh, because there's no daylight savings. See, nothing happened for us.
Oh yeah, daylight savings. See, look, yeah, patchwork page. Here we come.
Those that are not in Australia, daylight savings are. What can you say? Half the country gets an hour ahead of the other half. For what, 7 months of the year?
I don't know, half the year, something like that.
Year, yeah. Can
emboss the white pieces. Oh, Marie, that'd look really nice to emboss the white pieces. Yep, make a nice patchworky page. Gotta get used to the tone. Yeah. The free bits, they're so good for making cards or making books, definitely. So, I've got my IKEA bread and butter plate that's seen better days. All of our plates have. It's 8.25 inches across. Just small plate. If you're not in Australia and you don't do bread and butter plate terminology. And I'm gonna try and get a nice archy bit here. So pencil. There it is over here. And I know I'm doing it on the front, but that's okay. And then let's go up here and get a similar sort of arc, but going in this direction. Like that. Let's do that. So if you're not real good at cutting this, I'm just cutting just inside the line because I did it on top. Normally I do it behind, but I wanted to really see what I was getting, what sort of bang I was getting for my buck. So it's not going to be perfect. I'm thinking I might distress it. And then that will give me a bit of grace to be bodgy. I don't know. I'm not sure. This could be a bad thing. This may not work. How many times have I done something, spent a lot of time on an element for a page and then not used it? But I use them on other things because I coloured that Path Less Travelled title about a month ago and then I used it on Scrapbooks Week. I enjoyed Scrapbooks Week. It lightened the load. But I did use a lot of Tropicana. I'll put that bit up there. What do we think? And then we got that for our scraps. So we know we're going to distress it. So let's distress it.
You've got a ping pong ball.
No, that's the ball she threw at me. She goes, "Hey, Mum, catch." It's hard plastic. Hey, Mum, catch. Let's distress this now. You could use your scissors. Don't use your fussy cutting scissors, but please don't use your fussy cutting scissors. These are just thread cutters. That's all distresses are these days. They don't make specifically edge distresses anymore. They just sell you thread cutters.
You do get lots of different grades in the 6 different slots you can distress.
7.
7.
I'm going to cut this barcode off because I know full well that what's going to happen is I'm going to get it on the page crooked and I'll end up with barcode showing. I've kind of reconfigured the desk a bit. So the tubs that were here are over there. Go that way. You don't see a lot of it. It's okay. I'm accepting of that.
Oh, Peryl's daughter rang it, so she's missed out on most of the class so far.
Oh gosh, didn't that happen? Like, oh no, was it you or was it Marge? It happened to. I used to have to try and sleep with that on the back of the.
Pam's noisy truck.
Ah, you're a stock crate. Yep, smelly stock crate too, Deborah. There's nothing like being stuck in traffic at Toowoomba next to the pig truck.
Yeah, most of your windows are.
Yep. And the kids go, "Oh, look at that. I want the window down and show you." No.
I wouldn't own a convertible into Toowoomba for quiz. Or a soft top, anything.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these two pieces and we're going to stick them together. Because we're going to distress them as one long unit so they stay the same. And now I'm distressing it. I didn't have to do all that weird getting obsessed over the straightness of it.
You get obsessed.
What's that?
No.
You will keep. Noah's got the day off tomorrow and Amelia thinks she's having the day off too. But that's at her brother's discretion whether he wants to have her at home with him. Sometimes they forget to have a day off. And I wanted them to make sure. I wanted him to. She's already had one day off this week. What's that? Smell wasn't the problem. It's the noise all night, especially Vilas who've been. Oh no! Yes. They would be very. Yes. Distressed little beings, poor babies. I don't like Veal. Veal doesn't agree with me. Rightio. I know this is odd dealing with this as one piece, but it's going to work. Trust me. Oops, ripped it. There is ice cream there. Yeah, it's not a big bowl. It's not Armageddon. Armageddon, the biggest bowl of ice cream I can get. It's a treat, and that's your treat for the week. Rightio.
I might make Easter eggs next week.
Do you remember how to make Easter eggs?
You've got plenty of molds.
What are you making? Are you making sugar eggs or are you making chocolate
I'm
eggs?
just going to melt chocolate, shove it in mugs.
No. And how are you going to melt the chocolate?
In the microwave.
And are you going to... Quentin accidentally gets water in the chocolate and he kills...
Happened to me? How does my melted chocolate always go to lumps?
Yeah, because you get water in it. Quentin has a really bad habit of getting water in the melting chocolate. And I don't know how he does it, but he wrecks.
My mother used to melt chocolate over the stove.
Yep.
The hot plate.
And I do too. And if you give me a chance, I'll do it with you. I'll help you. Or we can make sugar eggs. Quentin hasn't made sugar eggs on his own before. His chocolate Easter eggs turn out terrible because he always gets water in the chocolate somehow. I don't know how he does it. Must be salivating over it when he's stirring it or something. I did not want to know.
Really too heavy.
Okay. So I can talk to them about what's happening in July, maybe. What we're talking about today. We haven't booked, but.
No, we haven't booked.
So, noisy enough in the cattle yard at home. Poor big babies, yep. Yeah. Overheating it too. Yeah, he does that. He burns chocolate as well. Yes, Deborah, he's terrible at it. Great at risotto and other things, but chocolate Easter eggs. And he always wants to make them. Always starts when I'm not around. Winners Next Door Farm have been belling for 2 days and night. Oh, we lost their voices tonight. Yeah, I think that's what her neighbours have done. Melt chocolate in the microwave, but you do still have to be very careful. Yes, he does it in the microwave, Marie.
Not with a wet spoon, I discovered, Marie.
Yeah, it could be the wet spoon. So I'm going to put all my photo mats together with my fake photos because I think that's going to get rid of some of the mess. I've just got a little bit of mess going on and I'm not happy with it. So, is it July?
Let me have a look.
I think it's July. In July, there is a craft show in Morayfield on the north side of Brisbane. And Trish used to live at Morayfield. Naomi used to live at Morayfield because she used to live with Trish. And we are contemplating going to it.
There's lots of people in our group that live around that area.
There are a lot of people that live in that area, yes.
Not very far.
And we've done home deliveries to that area while we've been travelling before. So,
are you sending me rum balls for Easter?
No, Jason. The rum has disappeared.
You coming in July, Jason? Cool. We'll make them then.
So if we do this craft show, can we rely on people spreading the word and trying to get as many of their friends and acquaintances to the show? Because I don't think I've got the emotional capacity in me to do a show where I make a loss.
So this craft show is from Friday the 29th to Sunday the 31st of July.
Yeah.
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. It's at the Morayfield Sports and Events Centre.
There's a bit
on Morayfield Road.
And
it's 14 bucks.
I think they do a 3-day pass, don't they?
$15 for a standard adult, $14 for a student or an adult concession, or $25 for a multi-day pass.
So, yeah, I just, like I said, I just don't think I've got the emotional capacity to deal with a show where I don't cover all the costs.
So
which does happen a lot.
Deborah's suggesting the Woolies, Aldi's, or Coles recipe for Easter eggs is really good. Like, go buy some.
Where are we? Not chocolate. Perfect every time. Woolies, Coles, or Aldi recipe. Yeah, she just goes and buys them.
Yeah, I know.
Wait till July.
Beth is just up the road from the
Yeah.
I'm good at spreading the word. Sounds awesome.
Can stay there if we need.
Behind Bunnings, it is, says Trish.
Yep, it is. Just down near the Shire.
Yeah, Sandy, be near your work. Did your work go underwater, Sandy?
It's just near the Shire. You hear how the picture to page went in Victoria? No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't,
still
Deborah.
lots of photos, but you don't know how they actually went.
Yeah, Beth said always room there. We do have Naomi John's place at Wooloowin, which isn't that far. It'd be a fight to the death if I didn't stay with Naomi John. Can you imagine the mood she'd get in if Mummy didn't stay with her? My gosh. Wouldn't be invited to stay with the other bird.
I was just thinking, we'd have to learn Greek Orthodox and go to a Latin church service either way.
Yeah.
Because they're both trying out multicultural events.
Yeah.
Craft show is in July, on the 29th to the 31st. Eddie, I'll type it in for you.
We're contemplating it, and I'm going to say, and it sounds like a shocker, but we have done quite a few craft shows where we haven't covered costs, and it's just been a really expensive advertising thing. It is why in 2020, when we had to go over to this changed format, we already had a massive email list. I will say that doing craft shows, we did build our email list. I was going to say, a lot of people leave our email list and then tell me that they don't get the emails. I'm like, well, you left. So, but yeah. Sometimes husbands actually exit people off the email list.
We aren't doing the papercraft one at Ipswich because Naomi graduates from uni that weekend. Plus,
so Naomi's graduation's on the Saturday, and it also is Anzac weekend, and Quentin refused to do a show the weekend that Anzac Day was. I know Anzac Day's not till the Monday, but Quentin refused to do a show.
Well, we weren't going to be able to do a whole weekend show and then get up at 4 a.m. on the Monday. That was not going to happen.
Naomi's graduating on the Saturday night, or sometime on the Saturday. Naomi's graduating, so we are in Brisbane that weekend. We might pop down to Ipswich and have a look.
Craft shows are exhausting, yes.
Oh my God, are they exhausting?
Yep.
You're running on adrenaline. Like, so when we go to Melbourne in August, so we're going to Melbourne in August for Paperific. I'm determined we're going this year. This is my booking from years ago. It's my 2020 booking.
Thank you to the people in Gladstone that gave us the contact.
To ring Ricky about the truck deals. Richie.
Yeah, Richie from Avis about truck deals because he does help you out.
So I'm just going to put some tape on these two long strips we cut or tore.
Hopefully still learns.
So yeah, it is. What have we gone? 9 days. It's a 9-day thing when we do Paperific, and you are just on adrenaline the whole time.
Yeah.
And we're going to hire a truck to go down to it. It works out to be the best option price-wise, which sounds silly because it's a lot.
But it means we don't have to try and
But it means that we're not without stock for. So to transport the stock, you're without the stock for up to 3 months.
Do we need a spare set of hands for August? Free of charge, says Jason. You're welcome anytime, Jason.
Jace, anytime. We don't exactly slum it, but we do stay at. We get a good price. Actually, Naomi Swan gets us the best price at the Quest. We get the Quest at Flemington for less than mates rates.
Book that soon.
Rightio. So we're back to here. We're at this point here. So let's stick our little strips on.
That's really worked too, isn't it?
Where?
What I'm looking at here.
Smart mouth. I'm just going to run this along here just to give this a bit of arc. So it looks similar to the rest. And then so let's stick these two together. So we want to join the torn bit, not the base straight bit. We want to join the torn bit. And then let's put tape along this top edge here. And we're actually going to break it in the middle. Like have a open bit in the middle. Turn this back. Let's line that up. But yeah, if we come to Morayfield, which will be a dry run for Melbourne, yeah, probably need to make sure I get the maximum number of people come and visit us. Okay, so now we're going to get our pencil out. So we're going to put it about here. So this is like just over 2 1/4 inches up from the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in a bit, make a mark, and go to the top, come in a bit, about 3/4 of an inch, make a mark. Yeah. So then we're going to just roughly
yeah, I'm not looking forward to the fuel bill driving to Melbourne.
No.
Right on up there, darling.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the accommodation bill either. So we do the first night in Ballina, and then the second night we do in Albury-Wodonga. Day 2 is our longest day. Depending on how we go through Sydney. If we get through Sydney in a timely manner, it's not our longest day. On either side of our centre spine, let's do ourselves a favour. Spine. We could cut the spine out, but we're just going to leave it there to make it less twisty. You could cut this out with a craft knife, but I'm going to hack it out with scissors. Quentin's got too many tabs open. His computer's going, nah, I'm old. I'm not doing this. It's like 9 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, that computer. Yeah, we just need to, we'll need to really spread the word, because I just don't have it in me financially or emotionally to do a show. And like I say, I have done some shows where we have just not made, yeah, we just haven't even covered costs. And we run pretty lean at a show. Like, we make our own lunch. We're not out for dinner. We don't go out for dinner at night. We cook our own meals. The Quest is really We get good deals at Quest when we stay there. We get it really cheap, actually.
Buying gluten-free
is a bit hard sometimes, but we make our own salads for lunch each day. It's we eat nice meals. Like, don't get me wrong. I make a lot of stir fries. So look, more free stuff. Look at that. I only need a piece of cardstock and I've got a whole other layout. A piece of pattern paper. Whole other layout. Look at that. So let's put junker tape there to hold it in the middle so that when we cut our page apart, it doesn't go all floppy all over the place. Let's put some tape around this. Try not to stretch the tape. Let's roll that back. Making sure our center lines match. Stick that down really well. That's his phone pin. And didn't really stick that down well, did I? Because I'm sticking it on tape. Right. Let's do that. Let's pull these bits from the middle out. Let's peel this one away and let's just take out the end of this side. Just pull the end out. Pull the end out of this side. We do put all these bits. They do eventually break down in the garden beds. They take a bit of time, but they do break down in our garden beds. A lot of paper goes in our garden beds. Okay. Oh gosh, we're at now. Should be right. So let's I got water. Let's do some flicking on here. And let's colour this. Yes, let's. What are we going to flick on here? Let's have a look. Let's do a bit, and remembering that these ones have been lesified, so they have got a little bit of black in them.
Les discovered silver paint today.
Yeah, I've dug out some silver paint out of the storeroom today for him. So I'm thinking we've got this bit of, you know, tealiness here. I'm thinking a tiny bit of this one. And I'm thinking like this one. Maybe a bit of this. And then let's mix in a bit of... That's lilac. That's meant to be pink. Let's go this pink here. I think that's pink. It's pink enough. Paintbrush. I'll move my... I'm trying to have it so you can see what's going on. So let's do this tealy colour first. Holy dooly. A bit down here. And it's okay if it gets on my wonderful. But just move the wonderful regularly. Just up in this corner. We're not going to see here because we're going to put a photo there. And just a bit here that straddles the border. And I like that they're little tiny dots. Oh, hold the phone. Back it up a bit. Let's whack these babies on. And I'm going to just go off the edge in both directions.
Sorry, when I was listening.
You got sidetracked.
Oh, yep. So Trish is offering us a house. That's nice. So Jess.
Where?
When we're travelling here.
When we travel.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice because we stayed at the Green Door last time.
Oh, yeah, that was a bit hunky-dory.
Oh, it's okay. The guy's nice. The guys are nice that run the Green Door. He was nice. It was really clean. I'm going to say it's cheap, but holy dooly was it clean. It was one of the cleanest places we've ever stayed. I don't know if this is the right pink. Let's be having a look at that. It's not bad. Let's just put some bits of pink. I like the little dots. If I add more water, I get bigger dots.
So Beryl and Deborah just letting us know that the shows that they've been to down south that are running have been okay. A little bit quiet because there's been like a lack of vendors. And the food is the issue. There's the catering. That's obviously a problem because trying to get catering staff and comply with the rules would be a great concern. So yeah, they're saying that there wasn't enough catering at the shows. Which, thank you for your blunt honesty.
We need to know what's going on.
So if you're planning on going to a show, it sounds like there's still going to be lots of vendors out there. Just
so
take our thermos.
Paperific is not at the showgrounds.
Yeah, what?
No, it's at the racecourse. It's at Flemington.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Yeah.
Well, it was meant to be last year.
Well, I did my kilometres for the truck to the showgrounds, but I don't think there's much distance between the showgrounds and the racecourse.
Well, we can walk to the racecourse. We can actually walk to the racecourse in the morning. We don't have to drive around the back of the showgrounds. We can actually walk across the road.
Well, that'd be fantastic.
Yes. So, I've gone a bit maniac. I've gone a bit nutso there.
We could get electric scooters like that lady was on the road today. So, bit of an internal joke.
It's not an internal joke. It was just she was being a menace on the road, and and it wasn't the kind of scooter like a disability scooter. It was one of those you sit on it like a kid's scooter. And I'm just being really random here and just being really okay. So another question I get asked a lot is about mixed media and art supplies in scrapbooking. So art supplies, like fine art supplies, which anything that's suitable for fine art, like these are meant to be. These are. So it's okay to put in your albums because it's acid-free because it's meant to last for hundreds of years in a gallery. So I don't use any oil-based products. So I don't use oil paint and I don't use oil pastels. I don't recommend the use of oil paint or oil pastels in your scrapbooks, but I'm going to say watercolor acrylic paint because acrylic paint, when it dries, it dries in situ and it becomes an innate thing. Sorry, just over fiddling now, aren't I? Just want a bit more pink there.
You're playing with it too much, didn't you?
Yep, I am.
You're going to make pulp shortly.
I'm going to make pulp, he reckons? It's going to go pulpy. Right, let's wash that out. But, no. Mixed media does not kill your albums because art supplies are made to last possibly longer than scrapbooking supplies.
So Deb said we could hire those electric scooters in Melbourne.
Yeah,
And
I
she
know.
said,
The boys hire scooters in Brisbane. At South Bank, the boys do that. Our boys love. Our son goes to lunch on a scooter a lot of times. If lunch is going to be a bit further than
Well, Noah gained a whole new pair of sisters when he was doing it last
oh
time.
yeah, these two beautiful Greek girls they took him under their wing and they helped him to ride it and they just took off with him and yeah.
Came back after a little while.
Yeah, they were like big sisters to him. It was wonderful. It's really wonderful when that happens. And people are kind. I do love traveling. We listen to podcasts. We travel.
That'll be the worst
Business
thing.
podcast. We're so far behind with our business podcast.
If we hire a couple of decent stereos, so we're going to go, what did you say?
No, wait. Instead of watching an iPhone, we could watch Imagine this.
Oh.
And my new phone is wired for 5G, so we'll be able to get 5G. We'll be cooking with gas, Q.
We'll have an aircon and a heater. We had a heater on the old car.
We had a heater but no aircon. Aircon was wind the window down.
Do they have even more seats?
Actually, your seat will be able to go in the middle. But our truck wasn't rated for kids to go in the middle.
What middle name?
But I don't think you'll be coming with us.
No. We get a holiday, man. Slightly excited about that, eh?
Just a little excited about having a holiday with Nana.
Too much.
There we go.
Dad, stop playing with my hair.
It's my hair.
It's nearly like Noah.
Have you asked your brother nicely if you can stay home with him tomorrow?
I will.
Or you're just assuming he's going to let you?
Oh, he's like my ability scooters. No, Pam, Noah. What was just like a
What's
electric
that?
scooter that you hire from thing, but
No, not like your one, Pam. It was like, so you know, like a kid's scooter, like a kid's school scooter. It was like one of them, but it was a little bit bigger. It had wheels this big on it. She had a seat she sat on, and it was electric.
It was really wide, but it didn't have.
And it was
wheels.
really wide,
two
and
wheels.
she had it loaded up with crap in a basket on the back and a basket on the
I
front.
think she was delivering catalogs.
And she had a backpack on, and she sideswiped a car.
I think she was delivering catalogs.
She was menace. And she was in the middle of the road.
I can see the fun of them, but the wrong hands. Yeah,
What's that?
Electric scooters, they're good fun, but
Not on the road.
on the road. I wonder how many of them got washed around the Brisbane floods.
I don't know. There were already some in the river. You'd hope that they would have gone around and tethered them up before the flooding because they knew it was going to flood to a point.
What Nando's doing? Hello, Heather.
What's that? Oh, hello, Heather. How are you? See, pre-recorded scrapbooking videos, people always go, and it's dry. They, do the.
What does your brother say? He's thinking.
I'm thinking
I want these with all my
Got your obnoxious on.
Did you make one nice?
Please.
That's the girl.
The more you say please, the more
Just sit quietly out in the lounge room.
the more you say please, the more likely I am to say no.
Sorry, that took so long.
Not for me then, says Pam.
What's that?
The electric scooter.
No.
Oh,
I'm making you ice cream.
Just
looks like it went quite fast.
okay. Let's tie a bow. So I've got a piece of ribbon. Let's put this back. Oh gosh, I don't want to know what they're laughing about. And it's like 11 inches long ish, 10 inches, 11 inches. Probably meant to be 25 centimeters. So I've got my piece of ribbon and I've got, I'm going to hold like this. Make 2 tails. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along and I'm going to turn. So I've got my 2 tails, my 2 loopies, and then I'm going to make a knot. I'm just going to put one through the loop. And then when I bring it round, I'm actually turning it. I just keep turning it until I've got it flat.
We've came to a compromise with me and Amelia. What she has to do to stay home tomorrow is when she hops up, she has to play her pieces.
Play her music.
Play her music and practice it throughout the day.
Before I eat my breakfast.
And you have to eat your breakfast in a timely manner.
And you have to eat your lunch in a timely manner. Because if you don't eat your lunch, I'll walk you to the shop.
Really?
He will.
I will.
You still got spaghetti bolognese lunch tomorrow.
He's my child.
I will walk
He
you
will
to the
walk
shop.
you to the shop if he says
Or
he's
I'll
going
get Nana to pick you up.
Go make ice cream.
When does Nana pick me up?
I'll have ice cream, please.
Isn't it bad when Noah's friend's little sister's old enough to get a job at Macca's? Now I feel old.
Is that Amelia?
No. Lily.
Oh. She old enough to work at Macca's?
And 14 today.
Oh. But you're meant to be 14 and 9 months.
No, 13 and 9 months.
No, 14 and 9 months in Queensland.
Well, apparently she's old enough now to apply for a job. Turned 14, but is more excited about being able to apply for a job with Macca's.
You're meant to be 14 and 9 months. Start work in Queensland.
Where's the cones?
In the fridge.
Amelia's walking around crazy.
Okay.
Do a pirate dolphin. Army hearties. Sorry. Yep, I did do that. It's a bit ordinary. I don't know about the title on the right-hand page, but I like it. Let's just say I really like the title over here. But where you would put your journaling is here. Like this would be where you would, like I would write my journaling here. Just in this spot here, you'd write your journaling. And you could write more journaling here as well.
Okay.
Noah is...
And I'll fix up the comments.
Noah likes to like everybody's comments, and Quentin doesn't like everyone's comments. So Noah gets cranky at
I get
Quentin.
sidetracked. I'm like a unicorn.
Right, shiny object.
You're like everyone's comments, or else it just seems like you're being rude. He's liked every second one. Oh, he left him.
Noah has done more social training and politeness training than Quentin has.
Can you pick this child now?
Well, people don't like it when they call.
Stab in the dark. Who knows? It's more like.
Noah is
Well,
our
people don't
son,
like
but he
it
is
when they
very
call
much
the
like
shot, and you get a very bad response. Or really bad.
Yes. He got up his father because he answered the phone dodgy the other day. Okay, so we've got this in, and I'm going to use a centimetre. It's about a centimetre here. But we're going to line these up nicely and then have all these other crazy things around.
Oh, we're releasing Beautiful Bear.
Beautiful Family, not Beautiful Bear.
Beautiful.
We have released the Beautiful Family. You could put a link up to that awesome poppy vellum.
Only the paper.
We've only got, so we've got the paper packs and the vellum up so far. We'll release some more Beautiful Family tomorrow. We have, I was going to put in the art by Marlene.
They've got the cutouts.
Yeah, it is actually on display in the store already. We will probably release all of Beautiful Family before Friday. Probably release the rest of it tomorrow because the fact of the matter is it's a lot of work, a virtual retreat. And we just, yeah, the boys have reminded me that I've got a lot to do on the weekend and I need to make sure that I'm all organised. So I might actually make it all live tomorrow.
Don't wash that hand.
Just being a little annoying. Oh, Sandra says, I'm glad Q doesn't like every comment. That's notifications for us to have to check.
Well, there
If
you
it is
go.
a question and he has answered it, and it's lovely.
Okay. Noah likes to like everything.
And you're not being rude.
Not being rude. Noah is lovely. He is my child that likes Noah only has Instagram. He doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't want Facebook yet. It's his choice. And he has
I think I've liked almost everyone.
yes, Noah likes to like my Instagram posts.
Am I making you a cone now, Noah?
Yes, please, Dad. Seeing as how we're talking about politeness, police. So far this particular little flare button is only available in this kit.
What flares are?
This is the one with that starfish in it.
Oh,
The coral and the starfish.
that one.
Yeah, because we made it just for this kit. Let's put, so this is a bigger starfish, this one. This little guy here is bigger. And then we're going to put this little one up here.
What would be your...
Now, when I make double pages, I like to make sure that each page can stand on its own. Like it can stand on its own 2 feet.
Have you told them who you are, just in case some people
Oh.
know?
And they don't see it written on the screen.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. My name's Alicia and I own Scrapbook Fantasies in Gladstone, Queensland. We had to go over to having it written on the screen because I used to forget to tell people who I was. Hello, if you're new here. And okay, so as of the start of the class, we had 1,011 members in our group. How awesome is that? And there are still 68 people in the waiting room waiting to get in the group that haven't answered all the questions. If you have a friend that hasn't been able to get in the group, tell them they got to go back and answer all the questions.
Nice.
Some of you may not have answered all the questions, but I do a bit of research. If I've got time, I have to research everybody. But if I can't find you and you don't have any pictures of you as a real person, like if I can look at your Facebook page and go, oh yeah, I know who that is. I've met her before. I met her at such and such a show, because I do remember a lot of people. I remember some things. I can let you in, but if I don't know you, and you haven't answered the questions, I can't let you in because you could be a scammer. I'm sure you're probably not, but we've had some scammers try to get in, and they've tried some pretty awesome tactics to get in. Let's put a little starfish here, and then let's tuck a starfish in here.
Michelle says, oh my goodness, that's absolutely awesome news.
And so then it has been growing quite fast because Quentin's been sharing in some beginners scrapbooking groups. So in the last 28 days, 879 of you have been active in the group. So by active, I mean you've either watched a video, liked or loved something, so they had a reaction to something, or you've made a comment, or you've made a post, or you've put a photo in a picture in an album. So 879 of you have been active in the last 28 days. That is awesome.
And it's not just me under 879 different profiles.
No, it's not just Q under 879 different profiles. So this ribbon is a bugger. You can't stick ribbon with Dimensional Magic because it seeps through. Look, I'll show you. Dimensional Magic on ribbon, and it seeps through. That's been taken out. So 450 is good, and a lot of your clear glues are good for ribbon. But you've still got to be careful just to do a dollop. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you something different. Sticking ribbon. If you're concerned about your glue, matte medium. So this stuff comes in a tube as well. You could also use your molding paste for this same task. Now, we stuck this tag together yesterday with a palette knife and matte gel. So these two are the same, just one's in a tube and one's not. Lid came off today. So I've got how I want my ribbon to go. I'm going to get a dollop of this. Zhoop. Dollop. And then I'm going to just pop it in there. Here we go. I'm very happy with that. Put something in the bin. There we go. And that is an art product, and it's acid free, so it's not going to kill your albums. But if something is oil based, okay, so if you tea dye something, that's not good for your album, right? Tannins in tea, not good for your album. If you coffee dye something, not really good. I don't really like using food dyes on things in albums either, because some food dyes, like the natural ones, are made with like plant extracts, and ants like some of those things. They could have natural sugars in them.
Sandra's talking about, Deborah's talking about glue dots here. I think she's talking about
Glue dots would work as well. And I've got glue dots just here in a drawer, just there in a drawer now. Rightio. Is that straight? I don't know if this is straight. I think the gap here is bigger than the gap here. And this is why we take things. And you should never, ever, ever, ever glue a photo or a photo mat. I do, so if I'm making a canvas, I'm making sure that, and I'm putting photos on it, I do use my gel medium to stick my photos down so they don't fall off. But I do that in such a way, I need to stand up, and look down at this. I do that in such a way. Sorry if I'm really loud because I'm very close to the microphone now. I do that in such a way so that it doesn't fall off. But that is, yeah. But I never scrapbook from a place of, oh, it's just a digital photo. I can just reprint it. I don't believe in waste. So I believe in scrapbooking so that it lasts. Rightio. But yeah, so just I did get a question this last week about what you can and can't use in albums. You've just got to be thoughtful about it, but remember, art supplies are, as long as they're not oil based, and don't lemon juice is an acid. Don't try not to use anything that's acidic in your books. Yeah.
Just having a look when the final payments for the next virtual retreat.
Oh, next virtual retreat's final payments, I think, are this Friday.
14th of April.
Oh no, that's next Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Bookings close and final payments are due by 14th of April.
Next Friday. Final payments and bookings close for the next virtual retreat in May. Not the one this weekend. The one in May, which is Cottage Garden, and it's also in store. So that's our first hybrid retreat where we're doing online and in store at the same time because I am a mad loony. What's he laughing at?
Sorry, Sandra.
What's the matter?
Well, the glitter on the retreat wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't meant to be wrapped in that, Sandra.
Yeah, it was meant to be in something else.
It's meant to be wrapped in something else that's in your kit, but it's a lot more transparent than what I thought it was going to be when I had it manufactured.
If you think you'll get glitter on you unwrapping it, Sandra, just picture me wrapping.
Oh, Sandra, you can just imagine. So I'm not going to stick this dolphin on until we even up this edge. So where are we going to stick this? Let's just stick him to the ring line.
Faber-Castell's gelato oil based.
No, they're water based.
Right.
Gelatos are water based. Trust me. You can clean them up. So the two dolphins are going to wait. Let's tidy our edges up first. Our lopper chopper or chopper lopper. Rightio. Geez, my keypad calendar needs a bit of a stay in place talking to, doesn't it?
Yep.
My friend agreed with me. Right, it's not straight up the top. So
Alice was just worried because she used gelatos on a page.
Nah, gelatos are all good. Gelatos are mixed media specific for scrapbooking.
I thought you guys were going away, Alice. She probably is away watching.
She probably is away watching.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting when we travel because we leave on a Tuesday. So we'll be on the road. And mad me, we'll probably do classes on the road. You know, I'm a sucker for punishment. I'm probably glad I don't drink coffee anymore. That won't probably be stopping every 50 kilometers to pop in and see someone and have a coffee. But we will probably stop every 50 kilometers and see someone. I'm gonna have to catch up with you all eventually when we get back on the road. Look at that. Let's stick our dolphins on. We've got one up here on the light. And make sure he's inside the boundary so he doesn't hang off the page.
At least doesn't go until the weekend.
Not till the weekend. Okay.
Get
Well,
off on
safe
Sunday.
travels. Safe travels. So they've got their new camper.
Wow, they've got a camper like Barbie.
I don't think they've got.
I
a
don't
like
think-
that.
I don't think I don't think Elise and her family's
They've got a
camper
jacuzzi.
is quite like Barbie's with the flip over fire pit and the jacuzzi and the bed on the roof.
Mia's, you can it's double layered. And it's way better than Barbie's.
Oh, whose is?
Mia's from Friends.
Mia's from Friends. Oh,
Okay,
there you
off
go.
you go.
I need you to
Okay.
So journaling here or here. Put some journaling here. Definitely be good for a fishing page. We do have other bits, like there are other things on your fussy cutting that I just didn't get to because I've started my fussy cutting for Beautiful Family. I have started my Beautiful Family fussy cutting. Look at that. Loving these flowers. Love, love, love. So we were going to do a video last night, but we were pretty buggered, and we, by the time we realised it was 8 o'clock, so we decided we wouldn't do one last night. With showing the Beautiful Family papers, and I think I've worked out a way to show you all the other products that go with. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that tomorrow night, and that'll just be on Facebook and YouTube.
Zoom.
Tomorrow at 5 o'clock is Zoom for virtual retreat.
Still better in the morning,
Practice.
so
You don't have to turn up, but we turn up to them all, so maybe I should make you all
I
turn
am
up.
hoping your kid arrives tomorrow, Deborah. I'll be on to Australia Post in the morning if it's not saying it's being delivered.
The man had a fit when he found out how much stuff was in your order. Man from Australia Post. But yeah, we've got another order that's missing. One of our lovely,
Golden Square is apparently where it's
sitting.
in transit to.
We have a lovely, lovely customer in Casino, and her parcel she hasn't complained yet, but her parcel appears to potentially have disappeared, and the first steps of an insurance claim have already been made. So the man at Australia Post was very upset that it hadn't arrived, and he has started the process.
Before we had our
He
Saturday
has no, it's after.
was it afterwards?
He has started the process for insurance on that. But there's no insurance claim. Deborah's insurance. The insurance doesn't cover Deborah's because the insurance doesn't even come close, Deborah.
We've got a parcel that was sent a week after that's had.
Because there's a limit to how much Australia Post is going to give you on your insurance. Okay. So I think we're done. I talked about lots of interesting beginner things, and I answered questions that I've been receiving because I get a lot of questions and I try and remember them, and I write some down to try and answer your questions. So there was one about the mixed media, and then we talked a little bit more about ways to stick things down, like with your gel medium, or you could have used glue dots for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I've got another number. And see this works. So these could work as 2 singles. So you've got this page, and then you've got this page. Oh, I know what I've forgotten. I'm trying to think what I've forgotten.
Can we use the type?
No, you're not using the typewriter right now. You start clacking on that typewriter, and there'll be strife. I can tell you that. No clacking it now. Gee willikers. The typewriter is now down at her level. Maybe that was a bad move. So this was a 3.5 inch by 5.5 inch fakie photo. I just need to write this on. I forgot it last week. And the photos just look dodgy without it. I need to have a seem to be doing a lot of double pages. I actually think that someone has infiltrated, Tanya, my mind space, my creative mind space, and is channeling double pages to me. We all know how much Tanya D loves her double pages. I know a lot of you also love double pages. So, yes. Oh, crud, that's a dodgy 2 by 5.5 inch. You could be reading your brother a story, ready for you to go to bed. Or is he in on the phone talking to his sister or friends?
I'll go clean that ticket.
Okay. Just before we finish, I'm just going to put some glue down here, some dimensional magic, that is. Let's just do some random sequins. I should have probably flung them out, shouldn't I? Done the old sequin fling. Oh, that's a bit much. Now they're going on the floor. Dearie me. Right. Let's stick some of these on.
See, Mrs.
Noah, time for me to read a story to her.
Oh, here she comes.
And don't even pull my hair.
Sequin fling really didn't work.
Trish said thank you for the double page.
Yeah,
Amazing
sorry.
double page. Great layout. Thank you for a wonderful class. Night everyone. So it smudges off.
Yeah, I'm just
Wish
adding the
Jason
sequins.
speedy recovery.
She hasn't stopped talking.
Never doing a trip with Claire.
Oh, gosh. Could you imagine it?
I think therapy.
You need therapy, all right? More than therapy. How many more minutes till we get to Brisbane?
She's actually asked that.
We hadn't
What an
even
interesting trip.
been in the car for half an hour. She's the closest to saying, "Are we there yet?" Actually, I think she said, "Are we there yet?" She does. She just yabbles the whole time. And then she'll finally fall asleep 50 kilometres from home.
Yeah, not 20 kilometres from home.
Yeah, probably 20. Actually, last time was only about 10. We're at the city limits. And she started falling asleep. I could have cried. Milton's the best traveller. Of all the kids, Milton is the best traveller. Noah's cooked himself by blocking an air vent in the third row. Okay, we've got sequins falling out here. There we are. What do we think?
See, the sequence sure make a difference, says Tesla.
There we go. They're a bit mishmash. I don't know. Might need more. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. Okay. This one here. I just look at the balance. But it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to die if I don't put on these extra sequins. You do know that, don't you? Like, even my obsessions don't go to the point where leave one there. It is odd now. There we go. That looks better to my eye. So we made a double with the islands. I like the islands. If you didn't already know, the islands is I grew up on one island and we holidayed in another island. Our holiday house was another island. So I grew up on Boyne Island, and which is an island. People don't realise it actually is an island. And South End of Curtis Island was where our holiday house was. Spent a lot of time there when I was little. But yeah. Nice. These aren't the same breed of dolphin that we have here in Gladstone. Our dolphin is a little bit different. Our dolphin's actually uglier than that. Isn't it, Quentin?
Yes.
It's a lot uglier than that. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, so there we go. It's wonderful. I hope you like that. Today I was going down to print some more photos when Loretta remembered that we were using Sea Creatures Notes, so I quickly put some on the USBs. I was in Singapore on a short tour, my grams and my mini cruises. Oh wow, that's awesome, Sandra. Been watching while I finished off and bottled your tomato sauce. Oh, Mary, you're a teaser. Awesome, Desley. We will see you in the Zoom tomorrow afternoon. So we are going this time. So thank you so very much for coming. Thank you very much for sticking around with us. Oh, hello, Roz. Gorgeous layout. Your papers and colour cuts are the absolute prettiest. Thank you very much, Roz. Thank you. That's over on, so we got Roz, Dee, Fiona, and Quentin, of course, over on YouTube. So thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. If you're doing virtual retreat, we will probably see you in Zoom tomorrow afternoon at 5. If not, tomorrow night at about 7:30. 7:30. Quentin and I are going to do a video, just a little tiny live, just a short 5-10 minute live, showing you the pattern papers for Beautiful Family that we're releasing this weekend. Probably going to get all the release out tomorrow onto the online store. If you missed it, I put out a really nice poppy patterned vellum today to go with our Anzac collection from last year. And we'll just keep building on that collection. I am working on a creative cut for it. I don't know if it'll be out for Anzac Day, but I'm going to do my darndest to get it there. Creative builder. creative builder. And then, like we did this week, we used a creative builder. And then, yeah, so, and it's virtual retreat this weekend, which means that we've got a Friday night live and a Saturday night live, and scrap-alongs, not lives. I can't call them Saturday night live or Friday night live. I'm very sorry to the people that own those copyrighted names. A Friday night scrap-along and a Saturday night scrap-along. And they're with beautiful families. So very exciting. Thank you for coming along. Take care. Stay safe. Love yous all. Hello, Rosie. How are you? And yeah, we'll see you all sometime in the next few days because we've got a jam-packed couple of days. I forget how to do Zoom. Okay, Sandra, we'll I'll see if Quentin or Naomi can rustle up some instructions. There's instructions back in Aussie Grunge and Springtime Tea Party. There's instructions in those. I'll see what I can rustle up.
I'll message Sandra while we get...
Okay, Quentin's going to message you, Sandra, and get you in there. That's awesome. Thank you, Quentin. So take care. Stay safe. Love yous all. Probably all sick of listening to me babble for the last 2 hours. See yous later. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.